Fall veto sessions underway at the Illinois Statehouse. Good morning, I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk, and a lot to tackle, including new leadership for Republicans in the Statehouse. Republicans have a super minority in both the House and the Senate, and it looks like they're choosing new leaders to take the Republican Party in a different direction. So new leadership at the Illinois Statehouse, and some of the things that are coming through from this particular update includes the leadership of the House Minority Caucus. The Republicans have chosen State Representative Tony McCombie, as we heard was likely going to be the case. So Illinois Republicans picking that new leadership, and that was last night whenever they made the decision to go ahead and change up that leadership. But you also have new leadership at the Republican Senate minority as well, and that's something very much is changing up. And you've got John Curran, who was selected to be the new Republican leader in the Illinois Senate. So the House Minority Leader, Jim Durkin, announced that he was going to step down and not seek the position in the new General Assembly that's going to be seated January 11th. And McCombie being selected, saying that the House Republican Caucus focused on helping Illinois families, saying that they're unified and will grow the party by sticking to their core values. McCombie, first elected in 2016, she was the mayor of Savannah before heading to the Illinois Statehouse. Also, you've got new leadership, as I mentioned, with Republican senators. They are currently being led by Senate Minority Leader Dan McConkey, but Republican senators voting to select John Curran to be their new leader. And the House and Senate Republicans are in the super minority, so it's unclear as to what exactly they're going to be able to get done, if anything at all, heading into the new General Assembly starting January 11th. Democrats, they maintained House Speaker Chris Welch and also Senate President Don Harmon. And they maintain their super majorities in both chambers. But with the veto session underway, what's going to happen with the Safety Act? That's a great question. It's been dominating various conversations for some time, but the Safety Act very much up in the air as to if there are going to be any substantive changes. You had Sarah Stotts from the Illinois Network of Pretrial Justice say that it's unjust to charge people for their freedom, which is what cash bail does. They're looking to maintain ending cash bail.
Money bonds are causing immense suffering in Illinois. The Pretrial Fairness Act is meant to address that suffering, and luckily will begin to address it on January 1st.
So supporters of the Safety Act and the Pretrial Fairness Act, they are going to be rallying at the State House at 3 o'clock this afternoon, while you've got opponents of the Safety Act, including dozens of sheriffs and state's attorneys across the state looking to ultimately block the Safety Act from being implemented. Meanwhile, you've also got Amendment 1 that the Associated Press has deemed passed. And this is something that supporters say is a good thing. It's going to help workers. But the Illinois Chamber of Commerce, Todd Meisch, president and CEO, he's
we got to see the final numbers. We got to see the final numbers. Again, I'm a little bit skeptical that you only end up at 58% on those people voting on it, and that they're still going to hit the 50% plus.
So the threshold there, the Associated Press saying, has been reached. But the opponents of it say they're going to wait until the final tally is officially certified by the Illinois State Board of Elections, something that doesn't happen until December 9th, according to the State Board of Elections calendar. Plus, you've also got lawmakers that are pushing for some kind of way to address fentanyl. Fentanyl is a huge problem in the state of Illinois, and we've seen just an incredible increase of the number of opioid overdose deaths. And State Senator Sue Rezin equating the amount of people who are dying of fentanyl overdoses to a jet line crashing every day of the year. It's pretty remarkable. We'll see if there's any movement in those particular stories. Stay tuned. Much more coming up on WMAY.
From the Fly